Hi students, today we are going to learn a new topic, that is isomerism, which is an important topic in chemistry. Let us see the definition of isomerism. Coming to the definition, see here, two or more molecules having same molecular formula but different properties are said to be isomers. That means two are molecules, they are having same molecular formula but those are different compounds. Those are said to be isomers, and the phenomena is called as isomerism. That means the phenomenon in which the existence of two or more molecules with same molecular formula but different properties, that is said to be isomerism. Then if we see the examples, we get a clear idea about this isomerism. Let us see some examples. See here, there are three molecules in the slide. Those are n-pentane, isopentane and neopentane. Three molecules are there. If we observe the molecular formula of these three compounds, the molecular formula of these three compounds is C5H12. The molecular formula of these three compounds is C5H12. And coming to the first compound, this is n-pentane, the second one is isopentane, and the third one is neopentane. That means these three are different molecules but having same molecular formula, that is C5H12. Hence these are considered as isomers because these three are having same molecular formula but different properties. Hence these are said to be isomers. Let us see some more examples. See here, in the first one, that means the first and second compound, two compounds. See here, those are also having same molecular formula, but those two are different compounds. See, this is the molecular formula of these compounds is C5H12O. The molecular formula of these two compounds is C5H12O, that is 1-pentanol and 2-pentanol. Those are having same molecular formula but they are having different properties, or they are different compounds. Hence they are said to be isomers. And it's in the third and fourth, the below two compounds, that is third and fourth, one is 2-butene, another one is 1-butene. Again the molecular formula is same for these two compounds, that is for 1-butene and 2-butene, the molecular formula is C4H8, but these are two different compounds, 1-butene and 2-butene. Hence these are said to be isomers. Then coming to the classification, the isomerism is classified into two types. That means mainly classified into two types. The first one is constitutional isomerism, or it is also called as structural isomerism, and the second one is stereoisomerism. That means classified into two types. One is constitutional or structural isomerism, the second one is stereoisomerism. That means broadly classified into two types. In this class we are going to learn with only structural isomerism or constitutional isomerism only. In the next class we will go through it with this stereoisomerism. And coming to again the classification, the detailed classification is like this. See here, the isomerism is classified into two types, structural and stereo. And coming to the structural isomerism is again classified into 6 types, that is chain isomerism, ring chain isomerism, positional isomerism, functional isomerism, tautomerism and metamerism. These are classified into these types. And the second one, that is stereoisomerism. The stereoisomerism is again classified into conformational isomerism and configurational isomerism, and the configurational isomerism is again classified into optical and geometrical isomerisms. Okay, leave it the second, that is stereoisomerism. In this class we will That means we are going to deal with only with this structural isomerism or constitutional isomerism. See here, and coming to, we are go with the, that means each and every isomerism, that is chain, ring chain, position, functional group, tautomerism and metamerism. And coming to, first of all, what is structural isomerism or what is constitutional isomerism? See here, the isomerism due to the difference in the structure of the molecule is called as constitutional isomerism. That means the structural isomers or constitutional isomers are the isomers in which the isomerism is due to the difference in the structure. That means these isomers are having different structure. Those are said to be structural isomers. Those are said to be structural isomers or constitutional isomers. That means the isomers are having different structure. See here, the constitutional isomerism is having classified into different types: chain, positional, functional group, tautomerism and metamerism. And first coming to chain isomerism, see, if you see the definition, two or more compounds which have a similar molecular formula but different arrangement of carbon atoms in straight or branched chains. That means generally the chain is different for these isomers. That means these are having similar molecular formula, but the difference is in the arrangement of carbon atoms in straight or branched chains. Those are said to be chain isomers. If we see the example, we can easily understand the concept. Coming to this, see here, if you see this, again the same examples, pentane, isopentane and neopentane, the molecular formula is same, that is C5H12, but those are three different compounds: pentane, isopentane, neopentane. Mainly the difference is, see here, if you observe the structure of the molecule, the difference is in the chain. Here in N-pentane, there is a long chain that is having 5 carbons in a straight chain. Coming to in isopentane, the main chain contains 4 carbons and 1 carbon is attached to the second carbon. And in the neopentane, the main chain contains only 3 carbons and 2 carbons are attached in branch. That means there is a difference in the chain. That's why these are called as chain isomers. These chain isomers, they differ in the arrangement of carbons in the chain, that means in the branches. Coming to another example, if we see, for example, hexane, it is having number of isomers. That means more than 3. That means we are seeing here hexane, 3-methylpentane, 2,3-dimethylbutane. If you observe these 3 isomers of hexane, other isomers also exist, but here these 3 isomers having same molecular formula, that is C6H14, and having a different, that means difference in the chain. The first one is having straight chain and other 2 are having branched chains. It means difference in the chain. Hence these isomers comes under chain isomerism. Okay, is it clear? I think is it clear? This is about chain isomerism. And next, the second one is positional isomerism. If we observe, see here, positional, the name itself indicates positional, means the difference is in the position. The difference is in the position. Position of maybe substituents or functional groups or sometimes unsaturation. That means positional isomerism, it arises due to the difference in the position of substituents or functional groups or unsaturation. That is said to be positional isomerism. Let us see some more examples for this positional isomerism. Here mainly the difference is in the position of the substituents or functional groups or unsaturation. And if we see the example, see here, the first one is 3-pentanol, the second one is 2-pentanol, and the first one is 1-pentanol. Means they are having same molecular formula, that is C5H12O. C5H12O, the molecular formula is same, but they are having different compounds. The difference in these compounds is the position of OH group is different. The position of OH group is different. In the first one, the OH group is placed at the third carbon, or it is substituted at the third carbon. In the second compound, that is, see here, in this 2-pentanol, the OH group is at second carbon, and in the third molecule, the OH is placed at first carbon, and in the first it is placed at third carbon. That means the position of OH group is different in these 3 molecules. Hence, these 3 molecules, they come under positional isomerism. If we see another example, see here, if we see another example, positional, these 2 molecules are also example for positional isomerism. The first one is ortho-dichlorobenzene and the second one is para-dichlorobenzene. In this, if you observe the position of the 2 chlorines are different. In the first one, they are placed that means in 1,2 positions. In the second one, that is in para-dichlorobenzene, these are placed at second and fourth. In the first one is at first and second positions. In the latter molecule, at first and fourth positions, the chlorines are placed. That means the position of substituents here is different. That's why these are called as positional isomerism. And next, coming to another example, see here, in this, if you see the structures, the position of unsaturation is different. The position of unsaturation is different. The first one is due to the difference in the position of that is with this, see here, the difference in the position of functional group, the difference in the position of substituents, and here the difference is in the position of unsaturation. In these 2 examples are there. In the first one, 1-pentene and 2-pentene, 2 compounds having same molecular formula, that is C5H10, but there is difference in the position of unsaturation. That means in the first compound, the double bond or unsaturation is at first position, and in the second compound it is at second position. That means those are 1-pentene and 2-pentene. The difference is in the position of unsaturation, hence they are called as positional isomerism. In the second one also, isopentene and 2 isopentene molecules. In the first one, the double bond is at first carbon, in the second one is double bond at second carbon. That means the difference is in the position of the unsaturation, hence they are said to be positional isomerism. Hence they are said to be positional isomers, and the concept is called as positional isomerism. And coming to the next type of isomerism, that is functional group isomerism. See, the next one is functional group isomerism. In this, if we come to the definition, this type of isomerism, that is functional group isomerism, arises when 2 or more substances having same molecular formula but different functional groups. That means these are having different functional groups having same molecular formula. That means the molecular formula of the 2 compounds is same, but they are having different functional groups. That type of isomers are said to be functional group isomers. If you see the examples, see these 2 examples. The first one is ethanol molecule having OH functional group, and the second one is an ether molecule having ether functional group. First one is ethanol, second one is methoxymethane. If you observe the molecular formula, C2H6O for these 2 molecules, C2H6O, but they are having different functional group. The first one is having hydroxy group and the second one is having ether functional group. Hence these are said to be functional group isomers, and the concept is said to be functional group isomerism. If we see one more example, that is in the first one, that is propanoic acid, second one is methyl ethanoate. In the first one, the functional group is acid group, carboxylic acid group. In the second molecule, the functional group is ester. That means, but the molecular formula of the two compounds is same, C3H6O2. The molecular formula is same, but they are different compounds. The difference is in the type of functional group. The first one is having carboxylic acid group and the second one is having ester group. That means these isomers are said to be functional group isomers. And coming to the one more example, see here, uh, the first one is propanol and the second one is propanone. Propanol and propanone. If we see the first one, that is propanol, having aldehyde group, and the second one is having keto, aldehydes and ketones. That means carboxylic acids, esters, aldehydes, ketones, alcohols, ethers, they exist. That means cyanides, isocyanates, they show functional group isomerism. Here in this case, aldehydes and ketones, they show functional group isomerism. The first one is propanol having CHO group, that is aldehyde group, and the second one is propanone having keto group, that is CO group, but they are having the same molecular formula, C3H6O. The molecular formula of these two compounds is C3H6O, but they are different compounds. The difference is in the type of functional group. The first one is having aldehyde group, the second one is having keto group. Hence they come under functional group isomerism. This is about functional group. That means the isomers have different functional groups. This is about functional group isomerism. And the next one is tautomerism. Tautomerism, it is a type of isomerism in which the isomers, they interchange one another very easily in order to exist in equilibrium. That means these isomers, they exist in equilibrium, unlike other type of isomers. These isomers exist in equilibrium. That means they readily interchange from one to another. Generally, the interchange or the conversion of from one isomer to another isomer occurs due to the shifting of hydrogen. Due to 1,3 shift of hydrogen, the interconversion of, that means the interchange of isomers occur. That means the tautomers are readily interchanged from one isomer to another isomer. There are 14 type of tautomerism are there, but mainly see here, we observe with this keto-enol tautomerism. Keto-enol tautomerism means there is an equilibrium between this keto form and enol form. Keto form means C double bond O form, keto form, and here this is en and this is ol. This is enol form. This is called as keto-enol tautomerism. This is keto-enol tautomerism. The first one is propanone, that exists as in the enol form also, but here majorly here keto form exists in the major proportion. But this is the keto-enol, it is said keto-enol tautomerism. They readily interchange from one another. That is due to the hydrogen shift. If we see here, the hydrogen shifts goes to here. That means it from one position to third position, the hydrogen shifts here, hence comes here. Here double bond is formed. That is called as enol form. That means keto-enol tautomerism is there. Keto-enol tautomerism is there. And one more example. See here, this is phenol. Phenol is having enol form. This is the stable form. Phenol form is the stable form, and it exists in the keto form also, like this. In the second molecule, See here, this is phenol, which one is stable, that is in enol form, and the second one is this is keto form. This is due to the hydrogen shift from here to here and the double bond to here. I think it is clear. This is the keto-enol tautomerism. Again, one more example for tautomerism. And the next, one more example. See here, two more examples are there. In the first one, see here, that is acetone. Again, that means already we discussed these examples. First one is acetone, and it is having keto group, or propanone having keto group, and it exists in the enol form also. It exists in the enol form also. First one is keto, second one is enol form. And this is also phenol, means this phenol exists as in the keto form also. Here this one is stable, here this one is more stable. That means in the first one keto form is stable, in the second one that is in the phenol molecule, that is enol form, is more stable. This is about tautomerism. This is about tautomerism. And next, coming to the last one, that is in the structural isomerism, the last one, that is metamerism. See here, coming to the definition, compounds having the same molecular formula but having different alkyl groups on either side of a functional group are said to be metamers, and the phenomena is said to be metamerism. That means this type of isomerism arises due to the difference in the alkyl group attached to a functional group. That means this type of isomerism arises due to the difference in the alkyl groups attached to a functional group. Okay, this concept is said to be metamerism. If you see the examples, we can easily understood the concept, that is metamerism. Let us see this example. The first one is 2-pentanone and the second one is 3-pentanone. 2-pentanone and 3-pentanone. First of all, they are having same molecular formula, C5H10O, C5H10O, but they are different molecules. First of all, they are said to be isomers, and again they differ in the structure. Hence these are said to be structural isomers or constitutional isomers. In that structural, again they come under metamers, because see here, in the first one and the second one, the functional group is same, that is keto group, but the difference is in the alkyl groups attached to a functional group. For example, to this keto group, here this side methyl group is attached, and this side propyl group is attached. That means two alkyl groups are attached to this keto group. One is methyl, another one is propyl. In the second compound, to this keto group, two ethyl molecules are attached. Hence, different alkyl groups are attached to this keto group. In the first one, methyl group, propyl group. In the second one, two ethyl groups attached to the keto group. Hence, these isomers are said to be metamers, because they are having same molecular formula, that is C5H10O, but the difference is in the alkyl groups attached to the functional group. In this case, in this example, the functional group is keto group. That means the alkyl groups attached to the keto group are different in these isomers. Hence, these are said to be metamers. And if you see another example, see, this is two examples are there. First one, ethoxyethane, and the second one is 1-methoxypropane. The two molecules having same molecular formula, that is C4H10O, C4H10O, but they are different molecules, that means they are isomers. Again the difference is in the structure bonding, hence they are structural isomers. Again in that they are having same functional group, but the difference is in the alkyl groups attached to that functional group. In the first molecule, two ethyl groups are attached to the ether group. In the second molecule, to the ether functional group, one methyl group, another is one propyl group is attached to the ether, the oxygen. That means these are isomers, they are having same functional group, but the difference is in the alkyl groups attached to the oxygen or ether. Difference is in the alkyl group attached to the functional group, hence these are called as metamers. Okay, metamers, these are the isomers in which the difference is in that alkyl groups attached to a functional group. Okay, this is about metamerism. This is about structural isomerism. And coming to, first of all, isomerism means, isomerism generally two or more molecules which are having same molecular formula but different properties are said to be isomers. Different properties are said to be isomers, and the isomerism is classified into two types. One is structural isomerism, another one is stereoisomerism. The structural isomerism is also called as constitutional isomerism. That means isomerism is mainly classified, broadly classified into two types. One is structural, another one is stereo. The structural is again classified into 5 types. The stereo is classified into again configurational isomerism, conformational isomerism. The configurational isomerism is again classified into 2 types, geometrical and optical isomers. Okay, that will be discussed in the next chapter, but the first one, that structural isomerism, is discussed in this, already discussed. The structural isomerism is again classified into 5 types: chain, positional, functional group, tautomerism and metamerism. And coming to the structural group isomerism, the isomers they are having same molecular formula but different structure are said to be structural isomers. One example is n-pentane, isopentane and neopentane. And coming to the chain isomers, this is the isomerism arises due to the difference in the chain or difference in the arrangement of carbons in this chain. Those are said to be chain isomerism. And the next one is the second one is positional isomerism. Positional isomerism means the isomerism is due to the difference in the arises due to the difference in the position of the substituents or unsaturation or functional group. One example is 2-propanol, 1-propanol. That is one example. And next, coming to functional group isomerism. Functional group isomerism means generally this isomerism arises due to the difference in the functional group present in the molecule. For example, propanoic acid is there. For example, propanoic acid is there and methyl acetate is there. Those are example for this functional group isomerism. And next one, the fourth one is tautomerism. Tautomerism, this arises generally, these tautomers are readily interconvertible from one to another. Generally this interconversion occurs due to the shifting of proton. There are number of tautomerisms are there, but ketoenol tautomerism is one of the main important tautomerism. Already we discussed one example for that. And the next one is uh, the last one is metamerism. Metamerism is arises due to the difference in the alkyl groups attached to a functional group, that is said to be metamerism. Okay, already the examples we have discussed. With this we conclude this session. That means in this session we discussed about structural isomerism. In the next class we'll go through with stereoisomerism. Thank you.